All right, welcome back everybody to Madrid quarterfinals, and we are getting ready for the second or the final quarterfinal, second of the day, fourth in general of the men's side of things. Cobolli versus Zverev. It's a rematch of last week where Cobolli got the win, played a phenomenal match, but can he do it again? Because Zverev is into another quarterfinal, trying to make another semi-final. He's been making semi-finals every tournament he's played for the last forever. So can he do it again? And at a 1,000 event as well? Or will he get kabullied? Patent pending. What's the thing where you're like, it's not copyrighted, but like we're going with that. The merch is on its way. 2-1 Rockies, bottom of the fifth. Yep, thank you. Cobolli, Zverev, who's winning? That's what we're here to find out. Oh yeah, trademark. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. TM. Kabullied. Trademark. Tennis talk. Bottas, Zverev versus Sinner. Can we get Cobolli win? Hope Cobolli wins. Okay, cool. Zverev is consistently playing semis, but he must be exhausted as well. He's pretty fit though. Who's going to win? That is the question we're all trying to find out. We're all going to try and figure out today. All right. But yeah, winner plays against Blocks, by the way. So the winner of this will fancy themselves as a final. We've got Zverev, Sinner feasting the other side. But yeah, the winner of this will play against Blocks, who won earlier today against Rude in pretty straightforward fashion. It's now 2-3 Cincinnati. Okay, I don't want to know. What is the safe bet for this one? I don't know. Probably don't bet. Feast standing in queue to get a lesson from Sinner. Hodar had learned a lot in his lesson. Okay. Does Zverev have any chance at RG? Of course. Of course. He's got to be like top 3 favorite. Of course Zverev has a chance. It's crazy to think that he wouldn't. Zverev in 3. Let's go. All right, let's see. Let's see what Cobolli can do. Because, I mean, Zverev might be tired, but Cobolli might be tired too. He played a lot of tennis last week as well. Sinner Feast have played before. Yep, it was a long time ago. Safe bet match under 23.5, you reckon? Okay. Cobolli in 3. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. Who do you think is more stable on clay, Fonseca or Hodar? I mean, they both can play on clay. I think Hodar has probably had the better result, so maybe it's easier to pick him, but I think they're both stable on clay. It's pretty even. And then after this, by the way, after this, we've got the women's semi-final number 2 between Kostyuk and Potapova to see who plays Andreeva in the final. Zverev will get this, I'm sure. He only struggles against Sinner, okay? Do you think Djokovic will win Roland Garros? Depends where his draw is. Depends where he is in that draw. Zverev in the past 4 matches against Italians is 0-4. Really? But that's against Sinner, though. That's a skewed stat. You can't use that stat and say 0-4 against Italians. No. He lost to Cobolli and Sinner. Multiple times against Sinner. Come on. That's not fair. That's not a fair stat. He's lost to Sinner like 7 times in the last 6 times. So you can't say, come on. That's not a fair stat. When was the last time he beat an Italian? That's probably a better stat. Last time he beat Berrettini, Indian Wells. What are you talking about? He beat Berrettini, Indian Wells. But yeah, he lost to Cobolli last week, then Sinner. He beat Berrettini, then he lost to Sinner. In the last... So he's 1-4 against Italians this year. 3 of those against Sinner. So he's 1-1 against Italians not named Sinner. Last year, he was 8-6 against Italians. 8-2 against Italians not named Sinner. Only Musetti and Berrettini beat him that weren't Sinner. So 8-2 is a good record. And then he was 4-3 in 2024. 4-2 against players not named Sinner. He lost to Musetti twice. So his record against Italians is not bad. It's just that Jannik Sinner is a big problem for him recently. Come on, let's you gotta do better than that. Maybe he is saying he lost 4 Italians. No, he said the last 4 matches he's lost to Italians, but 3 of those were Sinner. So come on. Take Sinner out of it, and then that's a stat. That's a good stat. If he was playing Sinner, we wouldn't even be talking about Italians. Sinner makes that stat look bad for Zverev. What do you think about Dimitrov now playing qualies? Yeah, crazy. But he didn't play for 6 months, so he lost a lot of points, so I can understand. He didn't play, after that Wimbledon injury, he didn't play for long. So he's got a lot of points that he's got to make up. Sasha needs to be careful. A tough one here, potentially. Oh, yeah. Definitely a tough one. Players are about to come out on court, by the way. Tennis League points also updated. Yeah, I saw that. Tennis Talk League. Yeah, after this match, we'll see if they update again because I don't know if they updated because it's a new week. Like that, did they update on Monday or did they update? Are they updating daily now? Which is kind of cool because that would actually be awesome if they updated every if they updated every couple of matches or every match or maybe every day. That'd be cool if it was almost live, you know. That'd be really handy. Because that way we can see in progress, you can see where you are. I think as Zverev wins this one, God, I need Ruud to win. If I had all 4 semifinals, I'd be feeling pretty good. I should have got Cobolli, though. Cobolli was a pick. Do you get Cobolli for Rome? That's a good question. Where's Cobolli at the moment? He is... Oh, might be too expensive. You got to get Musetti, though. I have to get him. They've also added an April leaderboard. Oh, did they? Oh, they did. Yeah, they included an April leaderboard. That's interesting. So every month, I guess they'll do a different thing. And what's it, Chip? All right, here we go. Players are about to... By the way, there is a pretty big crowd. It's a pretty decent-sized crowd. How are we going to update for next week? Will that cost me points? No, you'll get 2 point. You get 2 things for next week, won't you? You get two trades or two swaps. I have Cobolli. Not sure if I should keep him for Rome. Well, we'll see how he goes today. And then go from there. Cobolli just stretching. What's my prediction for this? No, I'm going to go Zverev in 3. Anyone adding blocks to their team in Rome? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Who you got, Cam? Zverev. All right. Cobolli's just waiting for Zverev to come out to walk out. Zverev's taking his sweet time. You got blocks on the bench? Oh. Well, look, at least you'll get some cash for him, you know. It said Blocks is not playing next week. He will. It's just he probably would have been a qualifier. So he'll probably get a special entry for next week. Because he probably would have been placed in the quali draw. Is my guess. But he'll probably play. Because he won't be able to play the qualies. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But he might be in the quali draw because 6 weeks ago his ranking might have been outside the entry list, right? Let me have a look. Yeah, his ranking was outside the top 100, I think. Because he's only recently gone up the rankings, right? So yeah, he was outside the top 80, which means that he won't be on the list. So he's going to have to play qualies or get a wild card or get a special entry depending on if he misses quali. Like, I'm not sure when the qualies start in Rome. Do they start on Saturday or do they start? I mean, if he makes the final, he'll probably have to get special entry, but I don't think the qualies start for Rome until Saturday anyway. So if he makes the final, he'll have to get a special entry. Or he'll have to play qualies on the weekend, which is kind of savage considering how good he's been. Oh, see your team for Rome? No, I didn't. What's your team for Rome, Dutchy? Tell us in the chat. News on WTO website, Rome draw Monday. Yeah. But when's the qualies? All right, players on court. Here we go. Players are on the court. But yeah, this should be really interesting. See if Zverev can... He's got an injury, Zverev. He keeps alluding to an injury. He not telling us what it is, but he keeps saying... Well, the last couple of matches, he was saying that something was up. So let's see if he is okay. Feel like Nole's going to win RG? That would be incredible. I want Zverev to get Cobollied. Savage. All right, here we go. Players on court. And they're about to start warming up. Can somebody ask Zverev to be on time to the court? Yeah. He just takes his own time. I have a feeling Nole might skip RG again this year. He skipped last year. What, RG or Rome? He didn't skip RG last year. Zverev needs to bring his A game. Yes, he does. All right. Here we go. Zverev walks to the baseline where Cobolli sprints back. Zverev is just taking his time. He does not care. He's like, I'm going to get to the court when I'm ready. I'm going to walk to the baseline slowly. I'm not going to run and sprint. I'm not Rafa. I'm just going to walk. Everything's fine. Like, Zverev is like, I'm taking my time and I am pacing this out. I like the term Cobolli, but I wish Zverev the best. You put in a lot of work of these streams. Great job. You deserve the number of subs. Hey, appreciate that, Adrian. Welcome to the channel. Well, welcome back, and thanks for the nice words. Zverev is going to be Cobolli's mirror on the wall. I don't know what that means. Zverev makes Cobolli look small, yeah. All right. Here we go. They're just warming up, and then we will get it started. Oh, by the way, Chad, if you do want to... We're doing a game. How many subs we're going to have by the end of the year? So if you want to participate in the game, there will be a prize at the end of the season. What's the thing called? It's called Guess. There we go. How many subs did I have at the start of the year? I can't remember. So yeah, if you want to guess the number of subs we're going to have at the end of the year, closest gets a prize. So we've currently had, and you can how many guesses we've had? Actually, I'm going to put my guess. All right. I'll put in my guess. But yeah, so submit your guess, and then at the end of the year we'll do a prize. So you can change your answer up until the French Open. So if you decide, maybe you've gone like, well, I think it's going to be 301,000, and then you see that we're getting there quickly, and then you're scared. Then you can change your answer up until Roland Garros, and then after Roland Garros, you only have a month to get your answer in. Because at Wimbledon, we're shutting off entries, and then we're just going to draw the winner at the end of the year. And we've already had 36 people chuck in answers. So there we go. By the way, the person that said 4 million, I love you. Is Zverev slightly injured? He keeps saying that something's up, but we don't know what it is, and we can't see it in his game. So, yeah, until we get a medical timeout or something, I have no idea. Yeah, the winner will get a prize. I don't know what that is yet, but we'll talk about it later in the year. Cam, you cost me yesterday, but I trust you today. Who should I go with? You blame me one more time. This will be the last stream you're part of. Zverev win this game, you reckon? Okay, cool. Can Cobolli enter the top 10 if he wins this match? Not if he wins this match. But if he wins the tournament, yes. Wins this match, if he makes the final, he might get to number 11, but he has to win the tournament to get in the top 10. Zverev win, blah, blah. If Feast wins Madrid and does good in Rome, he will be top 10. Yeah, Feast is also, getting towards that top 10. Oh, what's that? Can Blocks be the third guy? There is no third guy. There'll be a lot of guys. They're warming up the serves and then we'll get started. Is Cobolli in your top 10 end of year? I made a top 20, so I don't know. Did I put him in my top 20? Who did I have in my top 20? What was my list? There it is. I had Cobolli at 13. I had Cobolli at 13. Oh God, I feel so much better about that. So who else did I? So I had Draper at 5, which at the moment is hurting me because, I mean, he hasn't been playing, so it's so sad. But I had Cobolli at 13, so I had him in my top 20. So I'm pretty happy with that. I had Sinner at 1, Alcaraz at 2, Djokovic 3, Zverev at 4. Draper at 5, but oh man, even Fritz at 6 with the injuries he's had. I thought Draper would come back and he'd be like injury free. That's what I was hoping, but he got a different injury. So where's Runa? I didn't have Runa in my top 20 because I didn't think he'd be back as soon as he has been. I thought he'd be back at like the US Open. Where's Feast? I didn't have Feast either. Because I didn't know Feast was coming back either. Because he put out of the Australian Open as I did these things. So I thought, oh shit, is he out for a year? Is he out for the rest of the year? I didn't know. I should have Feast though. Kicking myself about that. All right, who's winning this match? Who have we got winning this one? Zverev serves 15 love. I need rent money. Well, go get a job. 15 love. Serve it wide as an ace. I tell you, bro, if you're gambling to get rent money, you need to stop gambling, get a job, and sort out your priorities, mate. Because that's crazy. You got to help yourself, mate. 30 love. Zverev serves again. Fault, second serve. Will Zverev get Cobollied? That is the question. Injuries are spoilers for these predictions. Yeah, I mean, you can't predict injuries, can you? So I'm not mad that I miss players if they're injured. It's the ones that I pick and then they just play terrible. They're the ones that hurt the most. There's been a forehand in the net by Cobolli, and it's 40 love. Looking forward to Roland Garros? Yeah. 40 loves Zverev. Served on the tee, the forehand of Cobolli. Backhand now from Zverev. Cobolli backhand to the backhand of Zverev. Cobolli backhand again. Up the line. Zverev with a slice. And then Cobolli forehand winner. 40-15. Nice forehand winner by Cobolli. Thoughts so far at Cam's top 20 predictions. Sinner number 1. Looks like he will stay number 1 with Alcaraz's injury. Well, there you go. What are my women's predictions? That's probably... I probably got way harder for those ones. All right, 40-15. All right, 400 rally. As Zverev goes in the back into Cobolli. Into the forehand of Zverev. Cobolli with a forehand inside out. Zverev with a lob. Cobolli lets it bounce. Goes wide. 40-30. Yeah, there's a couple in the women's side that I'm like, I just completely didn't. Like, yeah, my women's rankings are pretty rough. What is the top 20 for the ladies right now? Anybody I missed? Yeah, I didn't have Mukova. That's weird. Anyways, Zverev holds one love. Mukova is not in my top 20, which is kind of silly. Svitolina is way down in my top 20. Joint shouldn't be there. Jovic I didn't predict. Towson is thereabouts. Keys, Schneider, Kostyuk. I didn't pick Kostyuk. I had Bencic at 12. She's 12. Noskova 13. She's 13. Alexandrova 16. She's 14. Osaka in the top 10. She's number 15. Yeah, I didn't have Jovic. So I had Sabalenka, Swiatek, Gauff, Raducanu, and it's currently Sabalenka, Raducanu, Swiatek, Gauff. And then I had Pegula down to 8, Anisimova up to 5, Andreeva at 6. I had Zhang at 7, but she hasn't come back properly yet. So, but yeah, Joint, Navarro, not great. Not great for them. I mean, Navarro's been off for a while. Joint's been injured. Yeah, I didn't pick Jovic. I mean, Jovic was the big one that I didn't think of. Think for top 20. Anyways, it's only halfway through the year. We've got plenty of time. Love 15. As Cobolli serves a let. Serving to the backhand Zverev. Forehand from Cobolli. Drop shot. Zverev gets it with a pass, but it's long. 15-0. How low will Coco drop if she can't defend Roland Garros or Rome? Final. It depends on how she does. If she makes the final or the semi, she'll probably still be okay. As with a backhand now to the forehand of Cobolli. Forehand from Zverev again. The forehand of Cobolli. As Zverev backhand. Into the backhand of Cobolli. Zverev backhand again. Into the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev forehand to forehand rally as that goes into the backhand of Zverev. Forehand from Cobolli again. To the forehand of Zverev. It's Cobolli forehand again. The forehand of Zverev. Cobolli now with a backhand. Into that Zverev backhand up the line. Cobolli slices it back, but it's long. And it's 15-30. I tell you, Cobolli is not overpowering Zverev like he did in Munich. But Zverev is also walking around really tenderly. I reckon it must be an ankle problem. It must be something to do with his ankle because the way that he's been like not running around or like it must be foot related. Coco probably stays in top 10 even if she doesn't do well at Roland Garros. It looks like she's got enough points that she should stay in the top, probably stay top 10, maybe like between 5 and 10. Between maybe 7 and 10. As that goes out by Zverev with the forehand, 30-0. As a return, goes into the forehand of Cobolli. Cobolli overhits it. Break points Zverev, 30-40. Cobolli has already hit a few errors to start this match, 30-40. As we just serve out wide, a let from Cobolli. As Cobolli serves a fault, second serve. Return from Zverev goes nowhere because it's double fault. Cobolli double faults. That's 2-love. Zverev with a break already. This is not what happened in this is not what happened in Munich. All right. Here we go. Zverev with the break already. As Zverev misses love 15. What's happening with Joint? She's been injured. Do you think we'll see the Pumpkins tonight? I hope not. I don't want to spend another day in bed. Chad, if I'm up until 10 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to the thrift. I don't even care. Sleep can get stuffed. Now, Chad, I have a serious question. When they say igualis for deuce, 30-all, and 15-all, what does that mean? Does it just mean even? Is that what it means? Because they never say 15-all when they're speaking in Spanish. And they never said deuce, and it's the same word for all. Is it equal? Okay. So they don't say 15-all, and they don't say 30-all deuce. They just say igualis, which is equals, apparently. There you go. Did you know that? I was hearing it the other day, I'm like, hang on, why are they saying deuce for 30-all? Because I thought the word was for deuce, right? So there you have it. So it just means equal. So they don't say 15-all, they say equal. Is it a forehand winner by Zverev, 40-15? So there you go. I learned something new today. Well, this week. But today. 40-15. Serve to the forehand of Cobolli. Backhand out from Zverev to the backhand Cobolli is with a backhand to backhand rally. Cobolli again with a backhand into the forehand of Zverev. Now to the forehand of Cobolli. Again to the forehand of Zverev up the line, and Zverev puts it away. 3-love Zverev. 3-0. All right. Great start. Great start. Cam, have you ever thought of moving countries because of the harsh time zones? No. Because if I move, I've moved countries before and lived overseas before. But I wouldn't move and live somewhere. Because if I go move to, let's say I move to Europe, right? Let's say I move to Spain. We're only in Europe for 3 months, and then I got to wake up early anyway for US Open stuff. So, unless I moved for 3 months at a time, it would kind of be a bit redundant. Because there's never good times in, like, it just sucks in Australia more. But I like these time zones. Maybe not the 4 a.m.s, but I do like I don't mind staying up all night. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything during the night. Except for sleep. It's just this, I don't like these late, God damn it, I've got something in my eye. I just don't like these late, these night sessions. The late, oh my God. Actually annoying. Hang on one sec. Found it. Yeah. I don't mind these. I just don't like the night sessions that start at like 8 o'clock Spanish time because they're just, for everybody, they just start so late. Double fault Cobolli, love 15. Find it harder to watch during the day when tennis is in Oz. Find it harder during the day. What do you mean? Love 15. Cobolli's already hit 3 double faults. Jesus. That's not good. Make that 4 double faults. All right. Love 30. Cobolli has won 2 points on serve. All right. 4 double faults already. As Cobolli serves. Into the back of Zverev, return the back of Cobolli. Zverev wins the point. Cobolli overhits it. Love 40. Love 40. Zverev for the double break. Serve out wide as a fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand is Zverev. Corner from Cobolli. And Zverev shanks it wide. And it's 15-40. All right, 15-40. Still break points for Zverev to get the double break. And he's a good serve for Cobolli. 30-40. As Cobolli serves again. Another fault. Second serve. Serve in the back of Zverev. Cobolli backing up the line. Hits a tape. Zverev comes to the net with a forehand. Cobolli puts up a love. Zverev with a smash. He lets it bounce. And he puts it away. Double break. Zverev 4-love to start this match. And it's been helped out by Cobolli. Like, he's given a lot of free points to Zverev. 16 minutes 4-love. Quickest Zverev match of all time. All right, 4-love. All right, 4-love Zverev. All right, serve out wide. Zverev's an ace. 15-love. As Zverev serves again. Another ace. 30 love. Feli Lopez on his phone again. I think we need an intervention. Feli, you're on your phone too much. Is he scrolling through the chat right now? Everybody say hi to Feli Lopez. Another good serve, 40 love. He might be in the chat just reading like what's everyone saying about the tournament. We're saying that the schedule, we need a better schedule. The night sessions are too late. 40 love. For a 5 love lead. Zverev with the serve. Into the back of Cobolli. Fought from Zverev. Cobolli slice. Zverev comes in. Puts it in the net. Okay, 40-15. All right, 40-15. This match is making me want to go to sleep. 40-15. Serve again from Zverev. Another ace. Jeez. Zverev serving out here like a serve bot. How many aces is that for Zverev now? Is that 6 aces already? Wow. 6 aces. Zverev's only lost 2 points on first serve, 4 points on his serve in total. 81% of first serves in, 85% of points won on first serves. And he's broken twice. He hasn't faced a break point. Cobolli with the 4 double faults. That's what he's struggling with. 9.7 performance, shot quality for Zverev on the serve at the moment, and a 9.1 in the shot quality, but the performance rating. Sorry, and Cobolli's at a 6.8. So big differences. All right. Yeah, 6 aces for Zverev, 4 double faults for Cobolli, 10-point swing. Zverev never serves like this against Sinner. Yeah, because Sinner's not, he's different. Being a serve bot helps if you don't have to run around much on a tweaked ankle. Well, that's true too. We don't know what is going on with Zverev. I'm not sure what the deal is, but we'll see. So far, he's showing no signs that it's his shoulder. So he's not having to move much. Racking up the bonus points for ace on fantasy team. That's it. Yeah, serve 20 aces. Give us some free points. Now, what's Zverev's... Zverev has served 28 aces already, 56 bonus points. So that's good. All right, Cobolli serving to stay in the set. 15 love. Cobolli serves again. Fault, second serve. Serve to the backhand Zverev. Backhand from Cobolli. Into the forehand Zverev. Cobolli backhand. Cross court the backhand Zverev. Cobolli backhand again. Zverev up the line. Cobolli gets it back with the forehand. Zverev forehand up the line again is just wide. And it's 30 love. 30 love. Serve again is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the back of Cobolli, and Cobolli hits it wide. 30-15. And Cobolli's starting to get frustrated. All right, 30-15. Seven to the forehand. Zverev return is good. Cobolli hits it straight down the middle, though, for a winner. Or did he miss? Oh, no, he missed! He missed the unmissable. Terrible. 4-30 all. 30 all. As we get a backhand return in the forehand to Cobolli. Forehand from Zverev on the stretch. Cobolli, forehand. Cross court again. Zverev gets it, but hits in the net. Cobolli, 40-30. 40-30. Sinner is a fake Italian. Cobolli. Okay. $40-30. Nightbot got you before I could. 4-1 rally. As we get a 4-1 again from Zverev. Oh, it hits the baseline. And Cobolli in the net. We get the deuce. Cobolli just trying to get a game. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. As a return goes into the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev forehand again. The forehand of Cobolli. To the forehand of Zverev. Cobolli backhand. Into the Zverev drop shot. Cobolli's going to get there with a slice drop shot back. And Zverev didn't go to the net and he couldn't get there. Great pickup, Cobolli. Chat. You've got to come to the net if you hit a drop shot. You've got to come to the net if you hit a drop shot. You can't stand back and admire your work because Cobolli, drop shot off a drop shot is great. Look, if Cobolli got there and hit a two-hander backhand deep, then stay back. But if you come to the net, at least you can close off any possibility of him hitting a drop shot like that. Backhand rally. As Cobolli hits it long, back to deuce. Right? Zverev stood here. And he hit the drop shot here. Right? Cobolli, he runs to that. But what Zverev didn't do is he should have closed in. Right? Because then when Cobolli hit the drop shot here, Zverev could have just gone like that and put it away. Like that's... If you stand back here, you're never going to get that drop shot off a drop shot. And that's one of the smartest shots to do. Hit a drop shot off a drop shot. That's one of the best shots to do if you can get there in time. If Zverev was here, though, he could have easily got to this shot. And if Cobolli had tried to hit it deep, Zverev could have crossed off and volleyed it away anyway. Or volleyed it down his face. Advantage Cobolli. That's why when you hit the drop shot, watch Federer. He used to do it all the time. Watch Alcaraz. He does that all the time. He hits a drop shot, and then he wanders to the net. Also, when you're running for that drop shot and you see your opponent coming towards you, you're going to get freaked out anyway. So it's another, it's like intimidation as well, right? As Zverev hits it out and Cobolli takes the game, 5-1. So you got to come in there just to make it as hard as possible for your opponent to hit a good shot. And they might, right? They might, but you got to make them hit the best shot of the day by closing the net. 5-1. Expert Cam. No, I'm a wizard. 5-1. Zverev serving for the set. As we get a serve into the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev with the backhand up the line behind Cobolli. Smart shot. And it's 15-love. Serve again for Zverev. Ace down the tee. God, Zverev, he is serving big. How many aces did he serve against Cobolli the other in Munich? In Munich, Zverev served no aces against Cobolli. 0 aces. And Cobolli hit 7 aces. How the turntables. 30-40. Sorry, 30 love. Now it's 40 love. I was just waiting for the ace. How many aces are that now? 10? 8. Chat, I can count. All right, set point. 3 of them, 40 love. Zverev to take the first set. Serve. Into the backhand of Cobolli. Return goes into the front of Zverev. Cobolli backhand. Into the Zverev backhand. Cobolli on the stretch goes in the net. There's Zverev's first set. 6-1. 6-1 in 28 minutes. All right. First set in the bag. Zverev never really in doubt. Cobolli definitely helped him, but with a lot of missed shots, serves in particular. But Zverev played well. 9.1 for performance rating for Zverev and a 7.5 for Cobolli. 9.8 shot quality on the serve for Zverev. Yeah, he lost 2 points on his first serve and 2 points on his second. So 4 points on his serve. He only missed 3 first serves as well. So it didn't give Cobolli a chance to hit a second serve return. 3 points against missed first serves. 4 winners and 6 errors from Zverev. 2 winners and 4 errors from Cobolli, but it was the double faults. 4 double faults from Cobolli. That really made the difference. The errors on the ground weren't as bad. He was actually pretty even with Zverev on the ground stroke. Zverev had more errors on the ground strokes. But yeah, the double faults. That's what cost Cobolli really in that first set. Was all those double faults. All right, but let's see if we can get off to a better start in the second. All right. Yeah, 7.5 is generous. Yeah, but it's really the serve that let him down. I mean, 7.5, he averages a 7.2, so it's above his average. Zverev at a 9.1, his average is about an 8.5. So, yeah, Cobolli's still above his average. It's just the serve let him down. He double faulted to get broken. He double faulted to put himself in trouble. Like, it was just, again, double faults from Cobolli were the problem. Everything else was pretty decent. Like, he was okay. He just can't get on the Zverev returns, and he's double faulting on his serve, so that's why it's 6-1. But let's see if he gets off to a better start here. What was that sound? I don't know, my dog maybe? I don't know. All right, Cobolli serving first in the second. We do have Potapova Kostruk coming up next to finish the quarterfinals. And tomorrow is men's semi-final day, as we're to find out of the fight of Cobolli. Zverev forehand to forehand Cobolli. Zverev forehand again to the backhand of Cobolli. Into the backhand of Zverev, up the line to the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev forehand again to the forehand of Cobolli. And now Zverev with a backhand cross-court winner. Jeez, what a shot by Zverev. Just swats it cross-court. Love 15. All right, serve again. As Cobolli serves a fault, second serve. Serving to the back of Zverev. Return goes to slice of Cobolli. Zverev with a forehand shank, but it goes in. And then Cobolli with an inside-out winner on the forehand side. 15-0. Nice shot from Cobolli that time. 15-0. Nice serve again. Serve to the forehand. Zverev. Return goes in the forehand to Cobolli. Zverev with the forehand into the forehand again of Cobolli. Zverev's backhand goes into the back of Cobolli. Zverev now with the forehand again to the back of Cobolli. Zverev hits his own backhand up the middle. Cobolli forehand goes long, and it's 15-30. And Zverev just taking these rallies, really slow, extended rallies, and forcing Cobolli to go for shots, which is a good strat, especially if someone's not feeling super good. Is my mouse broken? Is this what's going on? Hang on. There we go. 30-all. Dead battery. That's good timing. Forehand rally. Slice from Zverev into the forehand of Cobolli. Up the line to the backhand of Zverev. Cobolli with a forehand again to the backhand of Zverev. To the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev with the backhand up the line. He missed it. But that was the shot to go for. All right. Deuce. Sorry, 40-30. Not deuce yet. 40-30. I'm going to say that the guy that they were showing on the TV is probably an Italian superstar footballer. That's my guess. Serve out wide to the back of Zverev. Back into Cobolli up the middle. Goes long. All right, deuce. Oh, he's a coach of Real Madrid. There you go. Close enough. I knew it was football. Return goes into the forehand of Cobolli. Cobolli in the net. Advantage Zverev to get the break in the second. All right, as that goes up the line to the forehand, Zverev. Zverev shanks it long, and we get back to deuce. All right, it's a forehand from Cobolli up the line, goes wide. And it's advantage Zverev. Advantage Zverev. Let's get the break in the second. Serve in the back into Zverev. Zverev hits it out. Cobolli gets back to deuce. All right. We get the deuce. As the return goes in the forehand to Cobolli. Back in Zverev up the line. Cobolli with a forehand pass in the net. And it's advantage Zverev again. That shirt looks cool on you, Cam. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's not bringing my team any luck, but at least I look good. Advantage Zverev. We won yesterday when I was wearing it. I wore it today because we won yesterday. I didn't realize we're playing right now. Maybe we come back and win. We're just going to hit 5 home runs in the last innings. It's fine. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. So return goes to Flavio Cobolli. Up the line to the slice of Zverev. Zverev in the net. Cobolli back to deuce. Back to deuce. Seven-minute game. We are in deuce jail officially. Deuce jail. As Cobolli. Good serve. Back advantage Cobolli. To get the first game of the second. We've been playing for over 7 minutes for this first game. Advantage Cobolli. Serve to the tee. Zverev shanks it back. And hits it long. And Cobolli finally gets the game. 1-love in the second. All right. We're out of jail. Oh, man. All right. Cobolli holds in the first game of the second. We're out of jail. That's it. How Cobolli played so amazing is Zverev in Munich, and here he's just so low. Also, Zverev is playing better than he did in Munich, so it's a bit of both. Cobolli not playing as well, and Zverev playing a hell of a lot better. All right, 1-love Cobolli. Zverev serves another ace. Jeez, Zverev and the aces. 15-love. I think that's his 10th ace of the match. Serve out wide. Cobolli gets it back with a lob. Zverev with a smash. Straight to Cobolli. Zverev with a volley. Is good. Cobolli gets it with a lob. But it's long. Great hustle from Cobolli, but just couldn't get the lob to land. He had Zverev beat. Like, Zverev was not expecting that to be a lob. By the way, I don't know why he hit that smash on the full. Super risky. Yeah, Zverev was not expecting the lob. That was smart by Cobolli. He just missed. Cam wants to be American. I thought you guys watched cricket. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that there was gatekeeping when it came to watching sports, any sort of sport. I didn't realize you had to be from a certain country to watch a certain sport. Why are you being a gatekeeper? You can watch cricket if you're American. I'll allow it. 30-love. As the return goes in the forehand of Zverev. Zverev overhits that one. 30-15. 30-15. Cobolli is great and mentally tough if he can make it a dogfight. Well, yeah, Zverev got to be careful. Because all of a sudden he might find himself down a break point. Because Cobolli is serving first and he'll be able to take a free swing at the returns. Serves another ace. Out wide. Great serve. Oh, we almost came back. No! All right. Zverev serves again. Ten aces for Zverev. 40-15. Zverev serves again. Serving to the forehand of Cobolli. I don't know what Cobolli was doing there. Cobolli was trying to run around a backhand, but he basically just hit it, headbutt it. 1-all. That was basically a headbutt. All right, 1-1. Oh, wait, hang on. Wait, is it over? Wait. Oh, no, it's over. Oh, we only got 2 in the last innings. We needed 5. Yeah. Good effort. Good effort. Good effort. Anyways, 1-0. The backhand rally. As Zverev hits a forehand cross court into the forehand of Cobolli on the stretch. Zverev on the attack. Cobolli with a pass in the net. Love 15. Love 15. Cobolli is getting Cobolli'd. He is. He is. Return goes in. Zverev with a forehand goes wide, and it's 15-0. And Zverev is saying that the ball was either out or a let. Either way, the umpire didn't care. 15-0. As we are serving to the forehand, Zverev forehand from Cobolli. Zverev up the line to the backhand of Cobolli, to the backhand of Zverev. Cobolli backhand. Again, the backhand of Zverev. Cobolli up the line with the backhand. Zverev forehand again to the backhand of Cobolli. Into the backhand of Zverev. Down the line to the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev on the attack. Comes to the net again. But Cobolli hits it in the net again with a pass. 15-30. 2 passing shots missed by Cobolli, but great approaches by Zverev. I love that he's coming to the net. 15-30. Cobolli serves again. First serve's a fault, second serve. Serving to the forehand of Zverev. Return goes short in the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev with the forehand up the line. Into the Cobolli backhand. Zverev backhand is long. And Zverev is again saying it's... It's a let. He's saying it's a let. Zverev is saying there was 2 lets that have been missed. We're going to sort that stuff out too, because the lets are getting out of control too. Like, players are saying the lets are happening, but no, the umpires aren't calling them. I feel like the umpire saying I didn't hear it is not really a good defense. Like, I didn't hear it. Okay, but like it doesn't mean it didn't happen. 30-0. It's like I didn't see the ball. What's your job then? What are you doing? What are you up there in that chair for then? 30-0. As a return, goes into the forehand of Cobolli. Forehand from Zverev. Into the backhand of Cobolli. Zverev with the backhand again, the backhand of Cobolli. And Zverev hits the backhand up the line, but it's long. 40-30. And we need to figure out... We need technology to come in and do the umpire's job for them with this kind of stuff. Because if it was a let... That's a big deal. Now, they don't have the sensors for the lets anymore because apparently the company that used to do it was out of business. Anyway, serve and volley Cobolli, but Zverev is there with the pass. Cobolli's there with the backhand volley winner, though. All right, Cobolli leads 2-1. Umpire's playing Candy Crush. That's crazy. All right. Cobolli leads 2-1 second set. We need umpires. 1-0, it will happen. You know it will. You know it will. Much better set from Cobolli. Well, at the moment, Cobolli is not double faulting, so that's a big deal. That helps a lot. Double faults are bad for business. Yeah, Cobolli in the second set has not hit a double fault. He's also made 70% of first serves, which helps a lot too. But the thing is, he hasn't been able to break Zverev or even get a break point against Zverev yet. So until he gets a break point, holding is only going to get him to a tiebreak. Double faults in the first set made a huge difference for sure. No bakery. At least not for Cobolli. All right, Zverev to serve again. Double faults are not good for fantasy team either. No, they're not. They are not good for fantasy team either. So apparently it's live. Apparently it's updating live. The scores now, which is awesome. All right, 2-1. Zverev serves. A fault, second serve. Second serve. Serve into the backhand of Cobolli. Into the forehand of Zverev. Cobolli backhand into the nets. 15 love. Hey Cam, good to see you. Hope your day and chat's day going well. Hey! Yes, it is. Thank you. Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the daylight for quite some time, but I'm sure it was a good day. It's been a good stream. 15 love. As we get a let from Zverev. Hey, Feli Lopez is not on his phone. He doesn't know where to look. He's like... doesn't know where to look. Serve out wide the backhand of Cobolli. Forehand out from Zverev. Oh, it goes in the nets. 15 all. You may never see daylight. You must watch tennis. And Muguruza in the house. She is not on her phone. I don't think she owns a phone. Or at least she doesn't bring it to the... Feli looks so bored. 15. Oh, he looks like this. Somebody text me. Please. Somebody send me a message or a meme. I need a meme. Please, somebody send me something fun. Cobolli can't get it. Zverev with a nice forehand winner, and it's 30-15. He's just like this. Somebody please. Help me. 30-15. Cobolli almost ran into the camera. Zverev serves again. A fault, second serve. Serve again. Ooh, double fault. And it's 30 all. First double fault of the day for Zverev. Andreeva versus Kostyuk, most likely. Andreeva wins in 3. Yeah, maybe. All right, Zverev serves again. Into the forehand of Cobolli. Great return. Zverev picks it up with the backhand, but Cobolli's going to get there with a slice. But Zverev has the whole court to hit into. That sucks for Cobolli. He had a good run. But Zverev just had the whole court to hit into. That's a shame. Cobolli played a good point. He just couldn't get there with the two. If he gets there with a two-hander, maybe he makes a good shot. But all he could do was hit a slice, and Zverev was all over the forehand for that. All right, 40-30 has been a forehand from Cobolli to the forehand Zverev. Cobolli forehand to the forehand Zverev. Cobolli with the backhand into the forehand Zverev again. Cobolli attacking the backhand Zverev. And now Cobolli with an inside in forehand. Zverev gets back on the slice. Cobolli up the line. And Zverev's there with the backhand. Again to the forehand Cobolli. Zverev just defending for his life. Forehand from Cobolli. Inside out. Good shot. Zverev puts up a lob. It's going to be in. Cobolli smash. Zverev forehand. Cobolli tweener beating the net. Cobolli nearly hits a frontway tweener. Almost hits a frontway tweener off a smash. And that ball from Zverev landed on the line. That defensive lob lands on the line and Cobolli hits a decent smash. But Zverev was there. And Cobolli tried to do the trick shot. Yeah, the problem with Cobolli there is that he hit the smash straight to Zverev. All right. Can someone explain what a half volley is? So a half volley is when the ball bounces and you hit it. It's like just after the first bounce. So a volley is when you hit it when it doesn't bounce. A half volley is basically when the ball bounces and then as it's on the rise, you hit it. Yoink. Right? So a volley is when you hit the ball. Well, this person looks... I don't know why they got two rackets. So volley is when you hit it on the full. And a half volley is when it bounces. And then you hit it when it's sort of coming up again. So it's like as it hits the ground, you're hitting it at the almost just as it bounces on the ground. Whereas a normal shot, it bounces and then you hit it, right? Does that make sense? So it's like as it bounces... Your racket, you basically hit it just after the bounce. Does that make sense? Nice drawing. Yeah, I have a degree in drawing. I can't draw people. I graduated in drawing buildings. Damn it. Don't judge me. I'm under pressure. All right, love 30 Zverev. It's not about the drawing, it's about the explanation. Does that make sense? As that goes in there by Cobolli, love 40. All right, love 40. Cobolli in big trouble here. Zverev to get the break in the second. Cobolli with a fault. All right, second serve Zverev. Into the back of Zverev. Now to the forehand of Cobolli. Drop shots too good by Cobolli. One saved. 15-40. Don't quit your day job. That was my day job. By the way, Chad, if you draw a building, you draw stick figures like really like that's how you do sketches, all right? As we get a serve again from Cobolli. Still break point for Zverev. He's got a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Cobolli. Forehand Zverev to the forehand Cobolli. Zverev forehand again. Into the forehand Cobolli. Zverev up the line. Cobolli backhand again to the backhand of Zverev. Down the line to the forehand Cobolli. Zverev forehand again. Is in the net. 30-40. 30-40. Still break point for Zverev. 30-40. Great serve, Cobolli out wide. All right, we get the deuce. All right, deuce. All right, Cobolli serves again. Serve is a fault. Second serve. As a return goes into the backhand of Cobolli. Backhand of Zverev. Again to the backhand of Cobolli. Up the line to the forehand of Zverev. Cobolli inside out forehand. Great shot. Zverev slices it back. Cobolli inside in forehand is too good. All right. Nice play, Cobolli. Advantage, Cobolli. The inside out forehand and then the inside in forehand. Beautiful shots. Maximum power, but like perfect placement. All right, advantage Cobolli to keep the lead from love 40 down. Good serve out wide. Zverev gets it back. And then Cobolli goes again. The backhand of Zverev. Now Cobolli to the forehand of Zverev. Into the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev forehand up the line. Cobolli with the backhand to the backhand of Zverev. Backhand Cobolli. Again the backhand of Zverev. Is Zverev in the net and Cobolli holds. Big shout by Cobolli. And he's got the lead 3-2 in the second. All right, and the crowd's starting to go alive now. They're going crazy for him now because they want to see more tennis. By the way, don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. We're almost at 300 likes, so thank you for that. But how are we doing, chat? What's going on? What is going on? What is happening? Cobolli, 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 Cobolli. That's it. Anyone doing anything fun on the weekend? Anybody got any fun plans on the weekend? I want Sasha to win in 3. Okay. Kentucky Derby this weekend. Ooh. Gardening, hiking, going to an escape room. May Day tomorrow. I don't know what that is. Bank holiday weekend. I'm going house hunting. Ooh. Going to a Lakers game. Weekend driving to Switzerland. Going to the movies. Yeah, we're going to watch Kostruk after this. Jeez, everyone's doing something cool. Barbecue tomorrow and maybe going to the movies for WOS Prada 2. Okay. Going to the movies to see the new Michael Jackson movie. Okay. A lot of people go to the movies. I love it. More landscaping of a garden. Okay. Michael Jackson movie. God, I might have to go see this movie. Gardening. Meeting up with friends for day drinking. In Germany. Okay. I want to see both those movies. Okay. A lot of people going to the movies. Let's go. Movie gang. We love that. All right, 3-2. Serve out wide the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev forehand inside out. Cobolli's going to get there with a lob. It's going to bounce long, and it's 15 love. What are my plans? Nothing. I sleep. Hopefully I can get outside. I think Saturday afternoon I'll have something. I can do something. 15 love. Zverev serves again. Serving to the back into Cobolli. Forehand from Zverev is long. 15-0. So Zverev's got to be careful because he's had chances against Cobolli, but he hasn't taken them. All right, 15-0. Serving to the backhand of Cobolli. Forehand from Zverev. To the backhand of Cobolli. Zverev forehand again to the backhand of Cobolli. And Zverev forehand cross court. Cobolli on the stretch gets it. Zverev backhand down the middle. Cobolli's back in the rally. Uh-oh, Zverev's in trouble. Slice goes long. 15-30. Oh no! Cobolli starting to get his fire. 15-30. God, Zverev. He's just let Cobolli back in. And Zverev's starting to look a little bit annoyed. 15-30. Serving to the back of Cobolli. Zverev comes in with a smash. Puts it away. 30-0. Cinema, Mortal Kombat 2, and Star Wars a must-see. Yeah, I definitely want to go see Mortal Kombat 2. I have to rewatch Mortal Kombat 1. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 comes out next week, right? Definitely going to go see that. 30-0. First serve is a let. So we get a fault from Zverev. Second serve. Serving to the back of Cobolli. Lob goes up and long. And Zverev gets a free point. Cobolli's not happy. 40-30. Cam, you watch the Breakpoint series on Netflix? I'm in the Breakpoint series on Netflix. 40-30. As Zverev serves again. A fault. Second serve. Like 12 minutes into episode 2 of season 2, I think. Or something like that. Episode 1 of season 2. You can hear me. You can hear me in the background. Down the tee is a double fault from Zverev. And it's deuce. All right, deuce. I think there's like, it's like a part of me. I think I'm saying like Alcaraz is withdrawn or something from the Australian Open. I think that's like, it's got something to do with that. Go have a listen. Pretty sure it's like 12 or 13 minutes into episode 1 of season 2. Anyways, lob goes in. Zverev with a volley. Cobolli puts up another lob. It's not going to make the net. And it's advantage Zverev. You were great in that. Thank you. I tried my best. All right, advantage Zverev. Ooh, and Cobolli just smacked his leg into the Rolex clock next to the court, but he's okay. All right, Zverev holds 3-0. But yeah, I have seen it. It's great. I wish they did more of it, but unfortunately, no. All right, love 15 as Cobolli misses it. So serve fault from Cobolli. Second serve. Did you play college tennis, Cam? We don't have college tennis here. As the backhand return goes out by Zverev, and it's 15-0. And I didn't go to America for college. I wish. That would have been so much fun. 15-0. Cobolli serves again. As a return goes in, Zverev backhand to the forehand Cobolli. As Zverev with a forehand into the forehand Cobolli again. Keep going forehand to forehand as Zverev eventually wins a point. Cobolli overhits it. And it's 15-30. Ah, 15-30. As we had a drop shot from Cobolli. And Zverev can't get it. 30-0. All right, 30-0. All right, Zverev forehand up the line, into the back of the Cobolli. Zverev backhand again, the back of the Cobolli. Zverev with the forehand inside out, goes wide, and Cobolli's got a break point. Cobolli's got 40-30. Not a break point, not yet. Maybe the next game. All right, 40-30. All right, as we get a let from Cobolli. And then a fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Zverev. Return goes into the backhand slice. Cobolli. There's a drop shot. Zverev gets with the forehand. Cobolli with a lob. Zverev's going to run back, but he can't get it. Cobolli waves his finger and takes the lead. 4-3 Cobolli. Great lob. The drop lob combo, and everybody loves it. The crowd. They're going nuts. All right. All right, 4-3 Cobolli. I miss Carlos. Feels like there is always Zverev playing. Well, he is the second best player actively playing right now. That's why we're watching him a lot. All right. Cobolli keeps that lead. Four, 3. All right. All right, Zverev. He will serve again. It's 4-3. 4-3 Cobolli. Zverev's had chances. In fact, he had love 40 at one point. There's been a forehand from Zverev to the back and Cobolli up the line. As Cobolli forehand again to the forehand of Zverev. Into the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev backhand. Cobolli puts up a lob. And Zverev puts away the smash. No, he doesn't. Cobolli gets it back. Then Zverev puts down the smash again. Cobolli with another lob. And then Zverev puts down another smash. Another lob, Cobolli. And finally, Zverev puts it away on his fourth smash. All right. Finally, the smash is put away. 15 love. Do we really need another Zverev Sinner final? Tennis gods save us. Don't worry, Feast will beat Sinner, and then we'll get Zverev versus Feast instead. And that will be a banger. Because they've played some really epics in the past. 15 love. As the return goes in the volley of Zverev, but Feast. Cobolli's there with the backhand pass. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're not in the final yet. 15-0. Lovely backhand from Cobolli on the stretch. All right. Serve again from Zverev. As Cobolli hits the return out, it's 30-15. Serve again, Zverev. Is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the serve goes in the forehand of Cobolli. Cobolli hits it out, 40-15. As Zverev serves again. An ace out wide, all right. 4-0. Feast is unlikable. Well, that makes one of you. I just dropped $500 on Cobolli taking the first. Zverev taking the second. Cobolli taking the third. Feeling lucky. Oh, okay. So you set your money on fire. Cool. 4-0. As we get a let from Cobolli. Serve out wide the forehand is Zverev. Forehand from Cobolli. Again, the forehand is Zverev. Cobolli with the backhand. Into the backhand is Zverev. There's Cobolli backhand up the line. Forehand from Zverev into the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev with the backhand. Again to the forehand of Cobolli. And Zverev with the forehand. Cobolli in control. Goes up the line. Zverev pass. Cobolli volleys. Zverev's going to get there. And put a backhand up the line. Love 15. Great rally. I tell you, Cobolli played well. But Zverev just great defense. Turns it around. Love 15. Love 15. As we're going to serve again. Here's a fault from Cobolli. Second serve. return goes in the back of Cobolli. Backing out from Zverev. To the back of Cobolli. Zverev backing up the middle. Cobolli's there with the forehand. Into the slice of Zverev. Cobolli forehand again. Into the back of Zverev on the stretch. Cobolli backhand up the line. Zverev gets with his forehand cross court. Cobolli's forehand goes again to the forehand of Zverev. Up the line to the backhand of Cobolli. As Zverev backhand to the forehand of Cobolli. Zverev forehand cross court again. Cobolli gets it. Zverev backhand slice. As Cobolli hits the slice again. As Zverev backing up the line in the nets. And Cobolli raises his fist. 15-0. That was a very important point. If Cobolli loses that, it's love 30. Tennis needs a guy like Feast. Everybody's too nice. I agree. Feast is nice too, but we need guys that are not... everyone's too humble. We need some guys to walk around with some swagger, and Alcaraz and Sinner are too nice to say how good they are, so we need the players below them to talk themselves up. 15-0. All right, Cobolli serves again. I think Cobolli got a time violation. All right, 15-0. Cobolli serves. A let. I like you, Quiff. Who's Quiff? As we just served on the tee. The back of Zverev. Slice goes long, and it's 30-15. Oh, Cobolli went to serve and then someone sneezed. Oh, was that what happened? That's funny. I thought he got a time violation because he was looking at the umpire. That was funny. All right, 30-15. Sneeze violation. As Cobolli hits it out on the forehand, and it's 30-0. All right, 30-0. Cobolli serves again. To the back, and Zverev a let. Cobolli serves again. A fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Zverev. Return goes into the forehand of Cobolli, but he missed it. He missed the forehand up the line. He's looking at the mark. Yeah, Hawkeye said it's wide. Just. All right. And it's 30-40. Zverev with a break point. Oh, my hair. Thank you. Appreciate it. $30-40. As Cobolli says a fault. Second serve. To the back end of Zverev. Forehand from Cobolli is long. There's the break. Zverev is going to serve for the match. And a spot in the semifinals. Okay. 5-4 Zverev. Why do they apologize when the ball hits the tape? Because it's just called courtesy. They're apologizing for getting the luck of hitting the tape. So like they're saying, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I just got, it was lucky for me, That's why they apologize. Same when they apologize when they shank it. They didn't mean to hit it like that, like shank it, but that's why they apologize. Cobolli is just done with this match. Cobolli, please. Semi-final king always continues to reign. I know, right? So glad I didn't sell Zverev. Whew. I almost got rid of him for Musetti. Sasha unstoppable. Yeah, it seems like it. Revenge is to be taken. Wait, what? All right. Here we go. It's going to be Zverev serving for the match. To play blocked in the semis on Friday. Which is tomorrow. Tomorrow night. You'll play blocks tomorrow night. I put my house on Cobolli. That sucks for you. Serve down the tee is an ace. 15 loves. Wherever the aces today have been outstanding. That's his 12th ace of the match. 15 love. And he's only lost 5 points on his first serve in this match, Zverev. Yet to face a break point. What have I done? Second serve. Second serve. And volleys Zverev. Okay. He picks it up on the forehand. Cobolli comes in and passes him. And it's 15-0. All right, 15-0. And the serve goes out wide, the forehand of Cobolli. Back in Zverev into the forehand of Cobolli. Into the forehand of Zverev. Lands on the line. Cobolli slices it back. Zverev forehand. Straight to Cobolli's backhand. Zverev with a drop volley. Cobolli with a slice lob. Lands in. And Zverev with the backhand. Cobolli stayed on the baseline. Has been a slice from Zverev again. Goes long. It's 15-30. I didn't do anything. 15-30. As the return goes in the back of Zverev. Cobolli pass. Zverev with the volley. Goes out. Hey, it's the first break points for Cobolli today. What a surprise. I can't believe it. This is crazy. 15-40. Break points for Cobolli to get back on serve. Zverev with a serve. Serve. Into the back of Cobolli. Return goes into the forehand of Zverev. Cobolli, forehand. Into the forehand of Zverev as Cobolli hits a forehand cross-court again. Zverev goes again to the forehand of Cobolli. Now Zverev with the backhand on the stretch. Cobolli with a forehand. Into the backhand of Zverev. Cobolli forehand again. Into the Zverev forehand is Cobolli. Backhand up the line again. Zverev forehand cross-court. Cobolli gets on the stretch and hits in the net. 30-40, one saved. All right, 30-40. All right, Zverev saves one. $30-40. Break point number 2 for Cobolli. Serve. Down the tee. Cobolli gets it back, but it's long. Deuce. And Cobolli having a chat to the coaches. Deuce. There's no curse. Never was. Don't know what you're talking about. Deuce. Zverev serves. Down the tee. To the slice, Cobolli. Zverev comes in with a forehand. Cross-court winner. Beautiful shot. Match point Zverev. To put himself in the semifinals again. Of his 5th straight tournament and 4th straight. No. I think it's 5th straight Masters too, right? Did he make the semis of Paris? Advantage Zverev. And also to get revenge over Cobolli from Munich last week. Zverev with the serve. Is a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back end of Cobolli. Return goes to the front of Zverev. Cobolli forehand on the stretch. Zverev with a forehand inside out. Cobolli's there with his backhand, but it hits in the net. Zverev wins. Revenge for Zverev. And he's into the semifinals again. Pretty straightforward from him. Just the last game a little bit shaky as they hug it out. I think Zverev. I think Cobolli's liked around the tennis world. He's got personality. We saw him in the Laver Cup last year as like the head cheerleader on the bench. I reckon the guys like Cobolli. I think they think he's fun. They don't like to lose to him, but I think he seems to have the respect of a lot of the guys, and they don't seem too upset when he beats them or he plays them. So good to see. Fun times. Zverev gets a win though. Straight sets. Very good match for Zverev too to get that done in straights because now he plays tomorrow night against Bloksh, and that will be interesting. Very interesting. Zverev with an 8.9 performance rating, 7.8 for Cobolli. Zverev 9.5 on the serve. He served great, 12 aces. He lost 7 points on his first serve. Most of those were in the last game and for the match. 11 winners, 19 errors, Cobolli. 10 of those were on the forehand. 4 of those were double faults. But he didn't hit a double fault in the second set. The double faults caused him to lose that first set so badly, Cobolli. But the serve wasn't a problem in the second. It was more the forehand. Zverev, 23 winners and 19 errors. And like I said, most of those were aces. So Zverev with the big serves coming up big. Also, 25 forced errors for Cobolli, which means that's, Zverev, was playing a little bit more aggressive, making Cobolli, especially on the serve, making Cobolli miss on his shots. All right. Now, if you are leaving, don't forget to like and subscribe on the way out. We have one more match today, and it's Kostruk taking on Potapova. Winner plays Andreeva in the final of Madrid. So let's see who's going to play the final of Madrid against Andreeva on Saturday. Jump on over, talk amongst yourselves for 5-10 minutes. We'll be back. Zverev wins, takes out Cobolli, gets revenge. Semi-final again. Zverev in the semis. That's just what happens. I think like one tournament, he missed the semis so far in the last, couple of months. Or two, maybe it was two. No, was it only one? He missed the Doha semis, and that's it, I think. Oh, no, Acapulco semis. But, Zverev on fire. He doesn't have to play Sinner this time. This time he has to play Block, so we'll see that tomorrow. By the way, if you haven't scanned the QR code, scan the QR code. We're working with Tennis TV app. The new app, go check it out. Link down below. 6-1, 6-1, 6-4 was the score. Let's see who's going to play Mirra Andreeva in the final of Madrid.